Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is SimmerVlogs. I hope you're all having a lovely day. In today's video, we'll be making a coastal town in the Sims 4 world of Brindleton Bay, which comes with the Cats and Dogs DLC. You can find all my builds with the CC list for free on my Patreon. The link is down below. And you can also find me on TikTok where I go live and share more content. So definitely don't forget to check us out over there. But yeah, if you guys could please like, comment, and share this video, I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything more from me. Oh my goodness, I don't know how long it'll take for me to get used to saying all of that. I feel like I just want to type it out and just let it be. It's just so exhausting to, memorize. Not even like it's just a mouthful, and I feel like I'm running out of breath whenever I say it. But yeah, guys, welcome to today's video. You can find my build on Patreon, as I said before, but you can also find it at the end of this video. By the time I'm recording this, well, I'm recording this on the 22nd of May 2025. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be sometime in July. Like I'm thinking probably 11th of July. I don't know, I have to see. But yeah, like we're very well in advance. But yeah, this was a fun build we started over on. I actually started this by myself, and then I finished it on TikTok. It was a really fun build, and yeah, today's video is quite a long one. It's like 26 minutes, so grab yourself a drink, get some snacks, and settle down, because I actually have storylines that you could use with this build if you wanted to. Now I know Brindleton Bay in itself is a coastal town, like it is a coastal town, but I just thought it would be fun to do like my own version. It's like a town within a town. Anyways, I mean, you can change it to whatever you like, but yeah, this whole build, what you're seeing right now, completely changes as this video continues, so just don't worry about it. I'll do my best to like explain as I go, but yeah, I think this build, like this whole lot, ends up having a it has a real estate store. No, it has a real estate office. Okay, so it has a real estate office, a retail store, a hardware store, a pet store with an apartment on top, and then a cafe / bakery. So a lot of different options. There's only one residential area in this lot, and that is that blue building you see there in the corner. And the second floor, I decided to turn that into an apartment for the person who runs the shop downstairs, which is the pet store. I was gonna put like an apartment on top of each of the buildings, but I just thought it would be like too much. Like I don't know how you guys are playing your game or anything like that, but I just thought one would be just enough. But if you wanted to add another one or a few more, I have given those options. I've kind of put stuff on those two, like the second floors. But if you don't want to, if you want to make it as like a small studio apartment, it's definitely possible. So I've kind of left that there as an option. But yeah, like I just wanted to do like a mixture of things. Like I didn't know I was gonna do a real estate office until like towards the very end. I kind of just wanted to put the shells down and then see where we go. But this build was mainly inspired by like, Hamptons, Cape Cod, Maine, Rhodes, like all these beautiful coastal towns in the US that I've seen on my Pinterest, all over my Pinterest. I would love to go to Hamptons. No, honestly, it would be on my like I think I will die peacefully if I could visit Hamptons, because I feel like it's just so beautiful. Like I don't know if it's everyone's vibe, but I definitely think I'm like a coastal grandma at heart, and it's just a place that I would love to visit if I ever get a chance. But yeah, like I was just looking at all these different pictures on Pinterest, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll just combine everything, but I'll make like a town, because lately I've been obsessed with making like street builds. I don't know if that's what you call them, but like I don't want to just put a building and then just put grass and that's it. Like I want to build like sidewalks, I want to build like the curb, I want to put cars, I want to put like, I don't know, like a street build. I want to make it look like you're actually on a street, like Broadway Avenue that we did a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen my other videos, by the way, I have a few more on my channel. That was like a street, like it had like it has a townhouse, and it has apartments, a cafe, and it also has offices. It's very similar, but it's obviously very like different. But like the layout, like not the layout, but the type of stuff I'm including, so like office space, a a cafe, apartment, townhouse. Like, I'm trying to mix and match a lot of options so that you guys can do whatever you like, really, whatever you decide to do. And yeah, like, I don't know, I've been interested in that quite lately. And the build I'm currently working on is also like well, yeah, somewhat of a street build, so I'm excited for that. But I've just realized I haven't spoken about this. Well, I have a little bit, but I haven't actually, you know, drove into this build. But yeah, I decided to do like individual buildings instead of like one whole block, like, and different rooms. Like I said, it is a street build, so just the hardest thing I had to do was figuring out what should go where. I definitely knew I wanted the bakery to be just one floor, like I didn't want it to be double stories, or double story, but like, because it's a cafe, so I definitely wanted more space and outdoor space there, so I put that in the corner there next to the blue building. So that's the cafe and bakery. The blue building, I knew we had to have a pet store because we are in Brindleton Bay. I was like, what's the point of being like, what's the point of building in Brindleton Bay if you don't have a pet store, right? So I was like, okay. And I haven't done one before, actually. I've done like vet clinics, but I haven't particularly done like a vet store, like not a vet store, sorry, a pet store. That's what I meant to say. I haven't done that, so I thought, okay, that'll be fun. So yeah, like, it turned out cute. Like, I realized I don't actually have a lot of stuff for pets, but you know, it was fun to do. I was initially gonna put it in this small, like, white the white building there with the blue windows, but like, I just needed a little bit more space, so I decided to do like a small boutique retail store in there instead. I used, like, I think Max 20's stuff to fill that space out. There's barely any space in there, but you know, I just wanted to do something there. And oh my goodness, look at this. This is a coffee cart by Cluttercat. Oh, it's the cutest thing. It is functional if you put like the coffee machine and the grinder that comes with that kit that they've made. I didn't do that because I have a cafe already, but if you wanted to, you can. Like, it just matched so perfectly, so I just had to put that there. And of course, I had to like fill the town out with like hydrangeas. I tried to look for like a town sign, but I don't think I ended up putting one down because I don't think I found one that's nice. Unless you can, you know, if you're talented enough to custom make. I don't know, I didn't bother. But the storyline we came up with for this build was so fun, actually. It's funny that we're coming up with storylines as we're building, but to be honest, it really helps you build. Like, if I'm imagining a family while I'm building a family home, it helps me, like, okay, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need this in the kitchen, that, you know, like, it helps me kind of break it down because it feels like I know who's gonna live in that build. So it's like, okay, I can make it more personal. It's like you guys, you know, you make Sims that you're gonna play with, obviously, but then you need a house for them. So if you're furnishing a house, you know exactly what your Sims need. It really does help with the building aspect. So I started to like accept it. Like, I've always done it, but I just started to like really go into it now. And we just came up with this cutest little storyline. Like, if anyone wants to use the storyline, I think it's perfect. What do we decide? Oh yes, so you know the hardware store. So there's a pet store, right? The blue building. So next to it, there's another building. So that is a hardware store. Okay. So it's just got random stuff in there, like and upstairs it's just storage. So in that hardware store, there's a man, a grumpy man, who has lost his wife and is just hanging on for dear life, trying to run the store. Like, he's just not having a good time, and he's just he just hates everything and like, he doesn't want to be here, right? Like, he's just so tired of life, and he's just so grumpy. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. And then there's also going to be a mayor who's evil and owns this whole town, who actually also owns all, like, the whole like every building except for the pet store. He owns all the buildings in this particular town, and he's out to evict the grumpy old man. And like, you know, the grumpy old man, he's not giving up without a fight. Like, he's stubborn. And then in the pet store, we decided to have a lady, like a cat lady, who's like the life of the party. Like, she loves to talk to everyone. She's the sweetest person. Living, you know, in the apartment upstairs and running the pet store. And we thought it would be a really cute idea if that lady was trying to have the grumpy old man fight the mayor, and eventually they save his store and fall in love. And like, we were even coming up with like her morning routine. Like, I feel like she'd wake up, do some yoga, and then, you know, she'd take her dog out on a walk. Even though she's a cat lady, she, like, you know, she has a dog, like she's adopted a dog or something, and she takes the dog out on a walk. Then she goes to the cafe, which is right next door, and then she buys some baked goods for her neighbors, including the grumpy old man. And she tries to check in on him because, you know, his wife's passed away, and she knows that he's not grumpy just because, you know, he's always like that. It's because he's been through stuff. So she's trying to be nice. So I feel like, you know, it's a very sweet storyline. I'm imagining like an elderly couple for this storyline. You know, I don't know. I thought it was a student. Now that I'm talking about it, I probably sound completely insane. I probably sound so insane. But you know, you guys can do whatever you want with this. But at the time when we were talking about it on the live, it was a very cute storyline, okay? And it kind of said because of that storyline, the hardware store, it's more like run down, like you'll see when you go in there. I mean, there's not much in there anyway. But like it's more run down, it's just there's not much going on. And then the pet store, you know, it's kind of lively, like she's maintained it, and her apartment's really cute as well. Like, yeah, like, you know, we tried. And I actually love how the apartment turned out. It was only like a studio apartment, and the kitchen, I love to have windows in my kitchen. I don't know why. Even at least just one window is a must for me sometimes. But like obviously if you're doing apartments or like, you know, townhomes, sometimes it's difficult depending on like, you know, your floor plan. Like I still try at least to get some lighting in. I don't want to completely close it off by itself. So like this time there's actually no window in the kitchen because it's kind of in the center of the floor plan. You still get lighting though, of course, but like that's so cute. I think it's that fridge, you know, the fridge from the kitchen clutter kit. I really think it's the fridge. I feel like it makes like a whole build of difference. Like it just, I don't know what it is. It's like the detailing on the fridge itself. It made the whole difference. But a lot of Harry's coastal stuff, like the coastal collection, which I've used before in the Seaside Cottage. If you guys have downloaded have downloaded my builds before, just make sure you check through the CC list just in case, like, you know, you don't double up on anything. I'm trying to work on something where like I can try and highlight if you've got it before, don't download it. Like I've used this before. Like I'm trying to figure out like to do that. But the thing is, a lot of people, like, you know, you might not have all my builds, you might just have one of my builds, like you might need everything on the list. So I have to like put a note somewhere, so I'm gonna figure that out. I'll figure that out. But yeah, this is the real estate office that I was doing. I was gonna make it into like a travel agency. Oh, I don't know what I was trying to do. You saw eventually it became like, it was supposed to be 2 stories, but I made it into 1 story. And I decided to do like a staff room for this office space. Now you could make it into the mayor's office if you wanted to. I think I was going to do that, but then I just left it as the real estate office because I hadn't done one. And like, you know, you could have done you could do a police station, you could do anything you wanted. But that's what we decided to do. And yeah, then I decided to do the hardware store next instead of the boutique next door. And because the storyline at this point, the storyline was like, okay, there's definitely going to be a grumpy old man who owns a hardware store. So we're trying to like make it as like bad as we could. I feel like, you know, I feel like he wasn't always like this. It's just that his wife passed away, then his son didn't come around anymore. He has to run the shop by himself. No one wanted to talk to him. He's still grieving. And it just, you know, it turned into anger over time. And he's just taking it out on everyone who talks to him. Do you know, like, have you guys watched Gilmore Girls? I love Gilmore Girls. I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan. And also Gossip Girl, by the way. But in Gilmore Girls, if you guys know Luke, like he runs the diner, like he's always so grumpy, but he's the biggest softie. So that's the image I had for our little hardware man. I just feel like I can't wait to see, like, you know, how everything panned out, like, because I was excited. I think the storyline made me really excited for the build to be finished. Like, you guys know I don't normally like doing the interiors, but in this scenario I was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to do her apartment, because like, you know, like I felt like they were real people. Like I think my delusions eventually took over me took over my brain, because like halfway through I was like, oh, she's gonna love this place, oh, he's gonna be so happy, but then it's like, who's gonna love it, who's gonna be happy? There's no one here. Yeah, those sims don't exist. Everything I've told you up to this point, none of them exist. It was just a figment of our imagination. So it's like, storytelling, do you know what I mean? Like that's a great idea if you like it to note down somewhere. Like I love random storytelling ideas. I don't gameplay, I don't do machinimas, I don't do any of that. Building is more than enough for me. But you know, like if you ever have any ideas or anything, like I think the best thing to do is always note stuff down, even if it seems random or stupid at the time. Even like build ideas, whatever, just write it down so that eventually later on, like I think I have a list that has like 70 different ideas, like build ideas, because that's what comes to my head. Just listed down somewhere, like because you just never know. Like if you're ever feeling, you know, not motivated, or you're just feeling like you don't have any ideas, you can always just go to a list and just be like, oh, what about this one, what about that one, just random things. But yeah, like this build, I was very happy with it. Like, and this is the fatigue, like I know like I didn't put as much detail. I felt like the pet store was like my main focus, to be honest. So I didn't really put much detail in the other stores. I did furnish it, but if you want to change it, you can. And I thought, you know, this could be like a new boutique. She's probably like 20 years old, and her parents gave her some money to start up her own boutique, and that's what she's doing over here. Um, maybe her dad could be the mayor. Maybe because he owns all these buildings except for the pet store. Okay, because that woman worked hard and she bought that pet store. But maybe she's a nepo baby and she's spoiled, so her dad gave her that store. Maybe, you don't know. Look, it's endless, this story. It's not that serious. But yeah, for the pet store, I definitely knew I needed a lot more space compared to the other stores. And I don't know, I just put some beds and some snacks and I don't know, and some like houses. Like I just put some random stuff. A lot of a lot of food bowls, like everywhere. This is my first time doing it. I realized that I can't actually put like, you know, I have like pet posters and stuff like that, but I couldn't use them because they were all like the clinic, like vet clinic related stuff. So I was like, oh, I can't really put that down, can I? But I realized this game is so like, you know, the options are just endless, but like I just need more items. Like I need more from the game, more custom content, because like there just wasn't enough. So I eventually ended up using like the pantry party collection by Perry Sims to kind of just put like snacks, I guess. I don't know, I was just putting like random stuff everywhere. But yeah, no, it was so fun to do. Like I felt like this was definitely her style. I wanted to do like very cozy, very airy. And yeah, I didn't like that it was all one big space, so I put like shelves in the middle to kind of like divvy up the spaces. And yeah, like these beds I just kind of put they're just all floating. But the apartment, guys, it turned out so cute. Like I think it's one of my favorite ones I've ever done, because normally like when it's like kind of not, because it's not full diagonal, but it's like semi-diagonal, the way the building is on the exterior. So on the interior sometimes it can be like a bit weird with the floor plans, and I know it's not technically like, because all the pictures I saw on Pinterest, they were all like the storefronts were all kind of square and flat. I could have done that, but it just kind of looked too flat, so I wanted to do that diagonal. I mean, I didn't have to, but I just thought for the exterior of the outside, the diagonal made sense. So yeah, the floor plan, I just ended up doing a studio apartment. Oh, but look at these posters. I just put them down everywhere. At this point, I think I repeated the same poster in the same spot twice. I'm probably sure I did that 2 times. But yeah, like it's just as much stuff as I could find. And this is where we start the apartment. By the way, the video is almost coming to an end, guys. So please like, comment, and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because I have a lot more builds planned out on, you know, I do have a lot more planned out, but a lot more coming out over the next couple of weeks as well. But yeah, if you want to see more content, I have a lot more videos on my YouTube channel. I've been busy the last few weeks, so definitely go check some out. But yeah, like I think by now, well, I don't know actually, because I'm recording on the 22nd of April. But by the time you see this video, I should be back from my trip. So I think I'll probably be working on the Master CCUS first, and then also working on some, you know, exclusive content. I know you guys want to see some from my Patreon. But yeah, just appreciate all of your support. I wanted to say thank you to you guys for being there for me since day one, and for putting up with me. I really appreciate it. But yeah, like I'm just hoping to get ahead of my schedule and be able to do as many builds as I can with you guys because it's been so fun. But yeah, as always, if you like what you see, you let me know, okay? And yeah, this is the apartment. Like, look how cute it is. I used a lot of a lot of Piri Sims. I will list the whole CC list down below, guys, like on my Patreon, because there's just simply a lot. I know during this whole video, I've just been yapping. I haven't been speaking about anything related to the custom content I use, but there's just so much. I promise you, it's all gonna be listed. Don't worry, don't worry. But yeah, I think if you got my builds before, you should be fine anyway. You should be. And I think it's just the storytelling really did, like, I think it's a new learning because it's like, oh wow, it really does help. Now that I'm talking about it, it's like, that's kind of what did help me get through the interior of the build. Because for the exterior, it's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But then for the interior, it's where you have to make the personal, like the builds more personal. So on that note, I think, yeah, maybe we found a new technique to help me get through my interior builds. By the way, if you heard a noise, it's probably from my work laptop. But yeah, I just hope you guys had fun, and I can't wait to share more content with you. There's about, I think, 5 more minutes left of this video, which is going to be a little bit more ASMR. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below, okay? Don't be shy. And yeah, stay tuned for the tour, which will be in a few more minutes. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye bye.